Hi everyone, it is lovely to see you. Welcome to my video, blog, update, etc. I have no idea when I'll actually be able to post this content, but soon, hopefully. This video is going to be a little bit of a mismatch of everything. It's going to be footage from our sail, it's going to be footage of what we're doing while we're in quarantine to stay entertained. This is actually day 65 of being on board the ship and not being allowed to get off, so I will show you some of the things that we have been doing while we've been on board the ship. But before you watch, before you do anything else, I want you to pause me and I want you to go to the description box below, and I have linked a video that MercyShips made. That video explains why we left Senegal and how much the ship managed to achieve before we left, and so please watch that first. I'll put it below, then come back to me and you can carry on looking at the footage that I've made, but stop right now. Okay, I'm gonna take your word for it that you've watched that video. Now, to get on with my video. Hope you enjoy. This first part of the video is going to be all of the things that we did before going into lockdown, and one of those was going to visit the agricultural site that MercyShips partner with. This day was amazing, getting to see how students have transformed this really dry ground that couldn't grow anything into something amazing and fruitful. And Gina and I actually ended up going into a graduation ceremony accidentally, but a lovely guide was translating it into English for us, so that was really, really sweet to be a part of. We got to buy all of their produce, including a delicious watermelon juice, and basically just spent the day exploring and getting to know people.
Il faut que nous travaillions, nous serons heureux, plus que les paresseux.
About a week later, we took the junior high school students on a field trip out to Gore Island, where I actually filmed my last video, and this time I did actually get to see some more of the history and explore more of the serious side of this island, as well as having a really great day with the kids. I think this was also about a week before we went into lockdown, but a few of us went out to see the famous and very controversial statue. It's up a lot of stairs and the local people don't love the fact that it's there. Did get a really good view out of Senegal though, of the main part of the city. And then we took this really long, really scary taxi ride out to try and find a surf club where we could rent some boards, and we spent the afternoon surfing, chilling at the beach, having a good time, having a coffee and a sandwich. Mine was full of Nutella because I don't like fish, so I put Nutella in mine instead, and it was delicious. I will say though that while it was beautiful, we actually had a very stressful experience with like a cat giving birth and the kitten was stuck, and I was with 3 nurses and we're trying to pull this kitten out. We think it was fine in the end, and it ended up being a really good day. This was our very last day before we went into lockdown. So we left in the morning, supposed to be going on quite a big day trip. We ended up for some reason just going locally, and luckily we did, because it was while we were out that we all got the message to come back and go into lockdown. So this is our last moments in Senegal off the ship. I actually had such a good time with you ladies, and I miss you very, very, very much. Also peep the kid in the background. Saying goodbye to all of my new friends was extremely heartbreaking, but I'm so happy to have met you all, and it's not really a goodbye. It's just a see you later when the world opens up again. Okay, so it was during this time that we were preparing to sail, and all of those cars that you see parked on the dock had to move up, all the tents had to be packed down, and it was super full on, and the dock ended up looking like this, super empty, and that was the only place we could go to exercise off the ship, and also go fishing for the people that like to go fishing. During the pack-up, the academy students and staff got fully involved in working in other parts of the ship to help the pack-up go quickly, and so Sarah and I ended up in the crew galley, and I just wanted to show you the bowl to show you some scale of how large things are. When you have to feed so many people, I have so much respect for the galley team. Oh my goodness, you guys are incredible. Then we all packed up and the time came to sail away. So that is our dock space where we used to run, and it was time to say goodbye. Oh, also, I had no idea that ships actually had a pilot to navigate them out of the port, and so this is us saying goodbye to the pilot who drove us, directed us, guided us out of Senegal. The sail itself is one of the most amazing experiences I have ever had. It was perfectly clear, and the idea of just being you and the ocean is really quite something. There was no one else around 4 miles. It really, truly was quite an unbelievable experience. During the sail, I made the most of getting the chance to see as much of the ship as I could. So this is the bridge where they drive the ship, as it were, and we got to have a tour around that. And we actually got to go out on that front bit in this next clip. The best part about the sail is that we could go out into the front bit of the ship and eat together and basically to spend the day dolphin watching. Very excited screamings whenever anyone spotted anything. You had to run immediately. Yes! Come back, woo! Oh, yes! Jump again! Oh, yes! 3 days later, and we woke up to find we were arriving in Tenerife. And that is where the ship stayed until I left, and it's actually where the ship still is, I believe. It was a beautiful morning, and we were all super excited to see our new dock home. During ship quarantine, being not able to get off, yes, it was difficult, but also it was so much fun. So many amazing people, so much dancing, and just countless laughs to be had. Also, how untalented am I when you watch all these amazing people dancing? Everyone was so good at trying to organise different events to keep us entertained, including a MercyShips Olympics. Our team did not do so great, but it was a really fun day. Like I said, so many fun things were organised, including a fashion show. I wish I had more clips of the fashion show, but unfortunately, they're all really fuzzy. We also watched movies pretty much all the time. This was a 4D version of Pirates of the Caribbean. Dance parties, more dance parties, and of course, to stay fit for the dance parties, we had to do plenty of exercise. Yoga on the bridge. The bridge, that's what the front bit of the ship is called. I've been trying to think of that this whole video. Okay, yoga on the bridge. And then every day at lunch, we'd do walking club. We just took like 2 or 3 laps around just for some exercise, you know? And then once everyone left, this had to be my form of exercise. Check that view. Worship around various parts of the ship was also one of my favourite things. This is footage from Easter and the Easter feast. It was so tasty, oh my goodness. Another one of my favourite memories was seeing my good friend DK get baptised.
You are dead to sin. Alive in Christ. From the earth to the cross, my debt to pay. From the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky. Lord, I lift your name on high.
How could I make a video about the ship without including my students? The reason for me being there in the first place. This is me getting the girls to show me their exploded ear for our fake practice emergency preparation. This is all fake and very good practice for the real thing. Also got to do lots of tours around the ship. Got to see all the different bits and pieces. All the tours, all the sights, all the people. Ultimately, this is my favorite part of the video and in fact of being on MercyShips itself. It wasn't so much where we were, but who we were with. And I love each and every one of you so much. It was such a privilege to spend whatever period of time it was with you. I love you, and you guys made the trip what it was.
Our love is like a summer's day, hot and endless in a magic way. Whenever I see you, all I can think is my summer love. Been waiting for you, my love. My summer love. Been waiting for you, my love. I can't forget the day we met. You looked so fly in your red Corvette. Your hair, your look, your everything. When I see it all, I knew that you were mine. I'm in love with your hair, your lips, your silhouette in the moonlight shine. With my love you won't ever be alone, my summer love. Been waiting for you, my love. Completely a fool. Been waiting for you, my love. Head over heels, I'm blinded by what I feel. My love is forever yours. You have my heart, you have my soul, you have my whole, you have my control. Love me tender, love me sweet. With you I know that I'm complete. I'm in love with the summer's day. For you I'd give my
All these wonderful memories and so many new friends to share them with. I miss you all, and to anyone who's thinking about going on MercyShips, you 100% should, because it naturally gravitates the most amazing people you will ever meet. Well, congratulations if you made it this far. If you live on MercyShips, you absolutely do not need to watch this bit. But I had so many people from home asking me what my cabin looked like, and so here is a quick cabin tour if you are interested. This is our bathroom, shower, where you dry your towels, all that. This footage is actually from when I was the only person left living in my cabin, so it also is very empty. And it normally would be so much messier, but I was the only person left and I was mid-packing. I took all your notes from you guys. Thank you so much for those, by the way. I loved reading them. Some storage space. We had a window, a couch. That's our washing line. Then this is where I used to sleep back in the days. That was my bed before I moved to a bottom bunk because I was the only person left. And this is what I pimped my room out to look like. I actually loved it. I loved making that photo wall. It looked so cute. This is absolutely not what a normal experience would be like though, because normally you'd be sharing that room with so many more people. So let's flip it back in time to what it used to look like. Okay, so this is before everyone left. That is my bed. I obviously must have been doing laundry that day because I don't have any sheets on it. You get one cupboard each, and then it's up to you and your bunkmate to decide what space to have. I had that half, and then this half of that as well. And Beth actually let me keep my stuff underneath, which was cool for my shoes. This is me trying to show you how little space there is in a top bunk, especially if you're tall. I definitely couldn't sit up in there, but it was fine for sleeping. And I think I just wanted to show you guys that I brought my pictures of you all with me, and they were right there, and I loved having them there. This is even further back in time when we were in Senegal and able to walk, so we could freely go around the dock space by ourselves. And so because I like to walk, I used to go around this dock space all the time. This was basically my everyday exercise around here. And I think this is me trying to show you how dusty it was in the dock, like so dusty. And for that reason we had to have like hospital caps over the air vents in our rooms, which I'm going to show you a clip of to show you how just full of dust our lungs got. I've been coughing a lot since being back. It is not the Rona, it's probably just residual dust, to be honest. There it is, a before and after of an old versus a new hospital caps. We had to replace these pretty frequently. This last part is me just showing everyday life. So anyone who knows me knows I have a very small bladder, and I had to get up in the middle of the night to pee all the time, which is such a mission in a top bunk. My cabin mate constantly left her pager behind, and it would always go off. I'm still irritated by this. Basically I just ate Pringles a lot, ate lots of snacks, spilled lots of water on myself. Pretty standard behaviour really, but I hope you enjoyed this very long video. Thank you for watching. Bye!